Square Enix account.
Yeah, Square Enix actually does have that. I don't know what it's good for.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say nothing.
Promotional materials and stuff.
Oh
like that,
my
I assume,
gosh.
I guess.
I can only
Import
imagine.
your Final Fantasy XIV character in here, complete with all of your legacy items.
No, they just want to send you updates for DLC.
Or something like that.
So while this game intros, why don't we intro? I'm Drekken.
And I'm Wayne. This is CGM Plays, and this game in particular that we're looking at now is brand new.
How new?
It's, I guess at the time that this video comes out, it either will come out tomorrow or it just came out today,
Wow, that new.
depending on when this video came out. Yeah.
Ooh.
But this is Life is Strange, episode 1 of a 5-episode adventure game put out by a French developer named
Ooh, French.
who put out a game called Remember Me, which is going to
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, Remember Me was this futuristic cyberpunk.
Did Square? Who did that? Was it Capcom that published that, or is that
Yes,
Square Enix?
Capcom was the one that published.
Oh.
You actually remember.
Okay,
that.
now we're
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, well, here we
I'm
go.
actually impressed.
I'm coming
Yeah,
back
and
here.
then Square Enix is the one that's publishing this game. And that game, Remember Me, was an adventure game, cyberpunk futuristic Paris. This one is a 5-episode indie adventure game that takes place in Oregon, somewhere. In
Okay, I'm getting more excited now.
Pacific Northwest.
Here we go.
And yeah, it uses the Unreal Engine 4, and this is the main character of the game. Her name is Maxine, aka Max.
Ugh. So cliche.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And she is basically Molly Ringwald, circa Pretty in Pink. So, or at least that's the vibe that I'm getting off of it. Okay, so we're opening now. This is
Is
like,
that a tornado? What is that?
This is a dream sequence.
Oh.
The game opens with a dream.
My dreams never look like that.
Very bizarre dream. And,
They usually have unicorns and dragons.
yeah, as opposed to like the just massive. Would we even call that a tornado? It's over the
It's
line,
like
so
a
there's a different term for it.
Sharknado.
Maybe it is a shark. It's like you can see stuff flying around in there. It's like one point I think that there's even like, oh yeah, there we go. It's like the whole town.
Ooh.
And there's a boat.
Oh, we just total Alan Wake sequence going on
Crashing
here.
her. No, but it was a dream. Horrible, horrible dream.
That was
Oh,
so surreal.
it's total Alan Wake.
And Max is now in class.
But he could be talking about.
Well, what kind of class has her sitting at the front with everyone facing her?
She's not actually sitting at the front because there is no front.
Oh, how
Because it's one of
futuristic.
those
Oh,
classes. See, because yeah.
free reign.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the deal with
organic
this is-
level.
Yeah, Max is 18 years old,
human condition
and
in
this
life.
is her first year at a prestigious
sure
school
didn't
which
feel like a
apparently
dream.
specializes in photography.
Weird.
So
What?
Max is a
you
gifted
go,
photography
Victoria.
student that's come
Why
in
Argus?
on scholarship.
Because of her
At
images
this
of
school.
hopeless faces.
On scholarships,
Yeah.
is she that smart, eh?
Well, she's that talented with the camera.
And for photography, man, I would wish people were living in her
See,
world.
like, yeah, I don't know if there actually is a school dedicated
I'm gonna-
just to photography, but in the
Seriously,
French
though,
world of
I could
don't
frame
nod,
any
they're
one
like
of you in a
somewhere in
dark
America is a school for
capture you in a
photographers,
moment of
and Max is
desperation.
going to it.
I don't know, like, there probably is school for photographers, but I don't know. They probably teach you about Instagram.
And we're looking at one of her photos.
hear the
there.
class.
Oh, there's no
One
filter
she's
on that.
Taken photos. Yeah, that's
do that
because
to
Max goes old school. She actually prefers to use an
Oh.
I do love my
old
analog
Kodak
camera.
instant camera.
How
should
can we
take a quick
upload that
picture.
to Facebook?
Yeah, that's. I guess she's not on social media either.
No, should
But,
can't be, not with that camera.
Yeah, and then
could've
here's
taken
the main
another approach.
interface of the game. Actually, is the
I
journal.
have to admit.
I love this.
Yeah,
This
so
is-
if you go over here, and we're not going to do it right now, but if you take the time,
What would they think?
there's like
Oh,
a
this is
whole
these
diary.
are real
Yeah.
journals.
Yeah, there's a whole diary in here you can read. You know, it's like all about her attitudes, blah blah blah. Here's the photos that she's taken of significant people.
That's a
in
bit
school.
creepy, but
Okay, you know, it's like
respect it.
yeah. Here's like unlockables in the game. Here
Is that-
are
is that
her
a phone?
Her text messages, yeah, from her dad and her friend at school and her mom and all that. So it's like, so basically, the opening minutes of this game are you're at your desk and you're
Robert
learning who
Frank.
this Max person is by just
Me too.
going through all of her personal stuff.
He captured
Okay,
the
what's the antagonist of this? Like, why are we here? Why is Max
Well,
here?
for
Why do
now,
we care about
for
her?
now, like I said, because this
But
is
a
like, you know,
beauty in the
Molly
struggle.
Ringwald, you know, it's like
You don't
circa
have
pretty
beauty
pink.
without a beat.
Her antagonist
Which
for now would
explains why
probably
Frank
be
was Kerouac's
the rich
photographic
girl over
muse.
there.
I should take a picture.
Oh my god, are we playing Mean Girls? Is that turned into a game now?
I can't believe I still have this pencil case. I should upgrade to the 21st century.
Selfie.
But
She's gonna take a
She's
selfie?
just gonna grab her Kodak instant camera, and she's just gonna there she goes.
Oh, so is that actually Kodak, or are we just assuming?
No,
Oh, okay.
We're assuming that it's Kodak.
Okay, so
There are no big major brand names.
Oh man, I was totally looking for the Alan Wake Energizer influence here.
And it's like Kodak no longer.
Has been popular since the early 1800s.
Well, this might have saved them.
The first to use images.
So it's like now there's her teacher who's just like who apparently himself is also like a.
This guy looks like he definitely buys organic eggs.
Always been a vital aspect
The
of
whole
art.
thing takes place in Oregon. It's the American Pacific Northwest, so
Now,
you
Max,
get the general idea.
Oh yeah, he definitely buys organic eggs
I mean, just look at
and
those
kale.
glasses, man.
I-
What's
the-
up those frames?
I know.
The guy is totally hep to that jazz. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
he
Daddy?
knows.
So,
Oh, okay, here we go.
yeah.
See, we got decision making.
Yep.
Does this influence the way the game goes?
Yes, actually it does. The game has
You either know
short-term,
this
midterm, and
or
long-term
not, Max.
consequences for the
Is there
decisions that you
anybody
make.
here who knows?
I presume stretching over the different episodes.
Yeah, obviously, because this is only episode 1, you're not going to see any of those long-term consequences play out.
Obviously.
Okay, and yeah,
Now
that's
you're
that is
That's
your,
my
That's
protagonist.
your arch nemesis right there, the pretty rich girl who comes from an old money family who's
I don't know. I don't see her wearing any Dolce & Gabbana. Maybe she's not that rich.
Making them extremely
or yeah,
popular
maybe they're
from
just not allowed to
1800s
show those.
Okay, maybe.
It's
Okay, fair enough.
licensing issue.
Maybe. You go with that.
All about him.
So there we go. Teacher is
or
talking,
even
blah blah blah.
online.
Eventually,
What kind of what platforms is this
Guys,
on?
don't forget the deadline to
this
submit a photo
is
in the Everyday
currently
Heroes
available
contest.
on the
I'll fly out
PS4,
with
the
winner to San
Xbox One, and the
Francisco,
PC.
where you'll be
Yes,
feted by the
all right. You
Eagles.
said my favorite word.
And it can
everybody
kickstart
is going to
career
be able
photography.
to.
So Stella,
PC Master Race Unite.
PC
Taylor,
Master Race will
don't
get to
hide.
enjoy this.
still
I
waiting
doubt
for
that
you
there's
to
actually going
yes,
to be
Max?
much in the way of
I see you
graphical
pretending not to
differences
see
across the platforms because it doesn't really look all that graphically intensive. It is using Unreal 4. So,
Which so is everything
yeah, so
now.
it's like another example of a non-first-person shooter using, ostensibly.
Jordan
a
doesn't waste a
first-person
second
shooter.
kissing ass.
So what I'm seeing here is I'm feeling a little bit of Alan Wake mixes with
Excuse me.
The Walking Dead,
Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a
maybe a bit of Wolf
Yes.
Among Us, but not
Excuse
quite the
you.
same art
No,
style.
Victoria.
No, not the
Excuse
same art
us.
style at all. Actually,
never let
what
one
do
of
you think of the art
photography's
style?
future stars
Let's get your
avoid
take on it.
Okay, I'll be honest. I'm actually not feeling the hair right now. I feel like the hair is kind of weak in terms of just. But I'm okay with the rest of it. Like I'm not too keen on how I'm looking
Max,
at
you're a better
the
photographer
hair
than
design or how they've chosen to
I know it's
do
a
hair. But
trick,
in the
some
intro
old
sequence, the
dude like
trees
you.
were. I was cool with
life
that.
won't wait
You
for
know,
you to play
whatever
catch up.
they
You're young, the world
applied
is
to the
yours,
trees
blah, 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 right?
in terms of the
But you
textures.
do
Yeah,
have a
because
gift.
kind of like what
You have the
Telltale
fever
is
to
doing
take
with some of their
images.
games.
Yeah.
They're not guys;
Only
they're
the
going for
way
more of a
you envision it.
hand-drawn sort of look.
Now,
Although in this case, it's obvious that it's like
Oh,
digital paint.
Yeah, like that's what it
But,
feels kind of fat a bit. Like it doesn't feel very refined. Like her hair looks like globs
Yeah.
on her right now. And you know what? If that's the art style, like like you said, I noticed Telltale does it. That every one of their games has their own sort of signature art
Yeah, like
style.
Borderlands does not
Yeah.
look like Walking Dead does not look like.
Yeah,
Walking
they
Dead
don't
does.
look
Yeah.
the same, but they have the same feel.
Yeah.
And I get that that's what they do here, but I feel a little bit backwards a bit. Like it's like almost
I
like
need
The
a serious
Sims.
time out in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Like these models feel like The
Yeah, I
Sims.
mean, it's kind of interesting because in interviews, Don't Nod has actually said that they were kind of torn between going with a more realistic look or going with something a little more simple.
And you can
cartoony.
tell that too, because they look like they couldn't find a mix between the two, which
Yeah.
is they couldn't commit.
But they finally decided that they wanted to go for something slightly less realistic because they thought that it would be easier for people to identify with the characters more that way.
Since I don't know enough of the backstory, I can't really comment on that. I would
Yeah.
like to have seen though, kind of the Game of Thrones, the Telltale Game of Thrones almost washing paint style.
Yeah.
With this, I feel that might have been a little bit. Oh, look at that guy's scar.
Yeah.
What school is she? Like, man, this.
So, like I said, this school is called,
Trendy.
Yeah, the school is Blackwell. It's a prestigious school for people that are talented in photography.
So let's do a little bit of a. What's sort of? Oh, he's getting beat up in
He's
this game.
getting bullied. Yeah.
Oh, it's always the bigger guy
It's,
too.
it's high school. That's the way it works. If the sound is off right now, but if we were able to hear it, there would be like this way indie tune that's playing.
Yeah, she just put in her earbuds. Okay,
Yeah.
so what is the premise of what are we doing here?
Okay, the premise is actually about to start right now. Is that we know that Max is a photography student.
Okay.
And she's very uncertain of herself, despite the fact that her teacher seems to think that she's enormously talented. She's got a massive inferiority complex.
Nobody can see
Like,
it.
are we going to be playing against some sort of master enemy or alien, or are we talking about we're just going to be doing through teenage angst?
No. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Teenage angst is obviously a big portion of this because this is a coming of age story, but
Like I've already gone through high school. I don't know if I want to go through high school again.
you saw with the weird dream with the tornado.
Yeah.
And all that's already hinting at weird stuff.
Which is
Here's-
exciting to me.
Yeah, here's where we get like
Just
basically
relax.
this is where
Stop
the meat
torturing
of the
yourself.
game actually starts. Is all right.
have a
So we
gift.
get a little bit more of this over here with Max once again showing that she is really uncertain of herself.
I love
like
it.
I said, it's like we're totally challenging and channeling like Molly Ringwald in Pretty in Pink at this point. She's a poor girl.
When the
She has to
door
get in here on
closes, the
scholarship.
window
She's not like the
opens.
other well-to-do kids. She's
something
uncertain
like
about her own.
Oh, a
talent.
butterfly.
And now there's a butterfly, and she's like, oh hey,
What are we gonna
there's a
do?
butterfly. It's like isn't
Okay.
that just like a terrific photo op moment? If only she were a photographer. Oh wait, she is. So
You can tell like this Alice in Wonderland
let's
thing going on.
let's get a photo of the butterfly. So there, she gets her photo, and it's like everything is still pretty normal at this point. But then something happens.
Hey, isn't she in the female washroom?
Yes, she is. So what is that guy doing there?
Why are you in this
Yeah,
washroom?
why is he there? What's he doing? He's not
cool,
supposed to
Nathan.
be there.
Don't
He's
stress.
actually
You're
also
okay, bro. Just
another
count to
old
3.
money family, school, family practically.
You own this school.
Owns
If I
a
wanted,
good chunk
I
of
could
the
blow
school.
it up.
So it's like
You're
a
the
very
boss.
prominent rich kid at the school. You don't want to get on his bad
So what
side.
do you want?
I hope you
but,
check the
this
perimeter, as
girl
my
with blue
step-ass
hair
would
is
say.
about to get on his
Now,
bad side.
let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got
Keep
hella
watching.
cash.
You'll see
That's
it's
my
like
family,
it's like,
not me.
I
Oh,
don't know
boo-hoo,
what
poor
the
little
deal
rich
is
kid.
with
I
these
know
two.
you've been pumping drugs
It's
and
like-
shit to kids around here.
I think
bet
they have
your
a very
respectable
interesting. Like so
family
far,
would
I'm
help me out
liking
if I went to
the
them.
dynamic.
Man,
The
I
hair
can see the
still hasn't quite
headlines
grown on
now.
me. I'm feeling like the textures are a little
this
weak.
bitch.
I'm feeling
I can tell
Resident Evil
everybody
2,
that
Resident Evil
Prescott's
3
a
level
punk ass
in
who
terms
begs
of
like a little
without
girl
the
and
obviously
talks to
polygon
himself.
hands.
You don't know who the fuck I
Oh
am.
man,
Okay, see, that's not
messing
on,
around.
especially in like a modern
What are
21st
you
century
doing?
high school. That's
Come
just
on,
like,
put that thing
this
down.
just got real.
He's a
Tell me
rich
what to
kid
do.
though, so
I'm
I
so
guess
sick
just do
of
that
people
sort of
trying to control me.
Oh my, this is about to get
Hella more
intense.
trouble.
That's
for this
like
than drugs.
okay, yeah,
Nobody
it's like
would
it's not
ever
good.
even
It's
miss your punk
definitely
ass, would
not
they?
good,
Get that gun away
especially
from me,
nowadays.
psycho!
Oh,
Oh, okay. She got shot. She's shot and she's going down.
oh my,
Yeah.
that was kind of unexpected, but yet I don't know what he was expecting to happen. Like, why wouldn't he have the? Oh,
She just rewound
What the
time.
fuck?
oh wow, we
She's
got.
back in the
can that
classroom a
be?
few minutes before it happened.
I was
Oh
in
wow,
bed.
we got the Prince of Persia happening
Yeah,
here.
actually,
That poor girl.
yes, this is the realization that
my
she's actually
hand.
coming to right now. It's exactly what you just said.
That she is the
She
Prince of
has-
Persia.
She has a rewind function.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's not Jake
I already
Gyllenhaal.
heard
so
Oh well,
she's
that's
not
a
gonna be-
bonus to all of us.
So yeah, she's not going to be running around shirtless and like
Now
interacting
Kate is
with
being hassled
Ben
again.
Kingsley or anything like that.
Well, that
But,
can be good or bad depending on the audience.
This is
But she's got. Oh
Can you
Oh,
give me
her
an
camera just
example of a
broke.
photographer
I cannot believe this.
captured the human condition in black?
Wow.
Now ordinarily
if
that
I'm
would
crazy,
be pretty sucky,
I might
but
as well
it's like,
go
hey,
all the
didn't
way.
she just discover that she can rewind time?
I
Can
actually
she
the first
rewind
time?
and fix this camera?
Yeah. So let's just hold L2 to rewind time.
Oh,
There it goes.
doesn't seem to be. I was like,
No, it's working. It's working. It's just slow.
I
But
did
there.
it.
okay, so she can rewind time.
Yeah.
This mechanic seems cute,
Human
but
machine.
like
Anybody?
I'm not making the connection between this and her
Max,
and the
don't
main
freak
plot.
out.
Are we going to be?
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, this is episode
Why
1.
are
It's
this?
all just set up.
Oh,
at this
okay.
point. So
Together,
like
Max.
things are weird right
feel
now.
totally haunted by the
Obviously, a
eyes of
lot of
those
questions
sad
are being
mothers.
asked,
I took my
as
selfie,
would be expected
Jefferson asked
from
me
the
a
first
question.
episode of any series.
If he does
So-
again, I'll know this is for real.
Gradually, as we
that to
get
yourself.
further along into this
Seriously,
story,
though,
I
I could
hope
frame any one
that
of
they
you in a dark
actually,
corner
it's like resolve this
capture
in a
you in a
believable
moment of
manner. But
desperation.
since this is the first episode, we
And
don't know.
any one of
It's
you
like we
could
just
do
sort of
that to
have to
me.
let them set us up for the ride, and hope
Isn't
that the
that
ride
too
is
easy?
good. Now,
Obvious?
yeah,
What
now
if I
we're
was
getting
chose
right
to
back
capture
into like
people at the
he's
height
starting to
of their
ask
beauty or
it's like the
innocence?
same questions that he asked
She had a
at
brilliant
the
eye.
beginning.
So we can. Could we change our answers if
have
we
to
are
admit,
if we're
I
asked?
I'm not a
think we
big
can.
fan of her
Yeah.
work.
Oh
I
no!
prefer
But it
Robert
gets
Frank.
pretty all
So
crazy in here.
Let's just like take a selfie. because
captured the
that's
essence
what,
of post-war
she did the
beat
last time
America.
to attract his attention.
And there was honesty about the
It was a
economic
selfie that.
conditions of
Oh,
the era.
okay.
So she took
I
the
believe
selfie.
Max has
She did
taken
that
what
the
you
last
kids
time.
call
That,
a
yes, okay, he's
selfie.
paying attention to
A
it
dumb
again.
word for a wonderful
Once
photographic
again,
tradition.
drawing attention to the fact
And
that she was
Max
taking a picture of
has
herself
a
in the
gift.
middle of class.
I know I'm not dreaming.
I like how he's criticizing the word selfie. It's I think it is very
Your
very
So
generation.
I can go back in time.
modern for him
Yeah.
to be
Selfie
like,
expression.
oh, the selfie.
If
Yeah.
that girl isn't dead
Why
yet,
have young people destroyed such a beautiful thing?
save her?
Portraiture has always been a vital
So
aspect
I
of
don't know.
art and
It's
photography
I
for
like
I need to
like
go to
so
the
far
bathroom
the
quickly and check
clash
it out.
of
Now, Max,
past and present.
since
Yeah.
you've captured our
You know,
interest in
selfie
game,
mixed
Which,
with a
you know,
Polaroid.
obviously with like, you know, a
Please.
game
Oh, I
time
see.
manipulation
Aha!
component, it's like,
I get it.
Present. There you go. You see what they did there?
Oh, I see what you did there.
There. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm sorry. I feel sick.
she tries
May
to
I
get
be
out of it by
excused?
just saying that she feels
Nice
sick.
try, Max.
No, he's
But
not
you're
going to go
not
for
going to
it.
get away that easy.
Did he not go for it
We
before?
can talk more
What
after
happened?
class.
Well, I mean, before she didn't
there
even say
anybody-
anything. She just waited until class was
Jennifer
over and then
wants to
left.
keep me
Okay.
after class, and I need time to save that
So
girl.
instead, you know, it's like
A
now
process that gave
Max
portraits a
once
sharp
again
reflective
decides, you know, it's like,
style like a
well,
mirror.
you know, hey, I
Now
was
you're
able
totally
to
stuck in the
rewind to
retro
like, you know,
zone.
save my camera.
Sad face.
So maybe
good,
this
Victoria.
time,
What
Can we
if I
just
was
fast
right?
forward?
let's
Oh.
just
And give him the
rewind
right
time
answer.
and you know, see if we can't go back to when he asked that question.
Now, is there
And,
just
change
like
the
a
answer.
is there just like a feature like limit? Can we rewind anytime or every time? Or are we waiting for specific moments to be able to
There are
rewind?
specific moments that you can rewind, but within those moments, you can rewind as
The
often as you
Daguerrean
want and try
process,
out the different
invented by a
permutations to
French
see what
painter
happens.
named Louis.
Well, this is interesting. This obviously eliminates the need for multiple save points
been
because
reading
you
as
can
well
just
as
rewind
posing.
and get new
You know,
answers.
Well,
Nice work,
unless
Max.
you actually want to go back to the very first
The Daguerrean
episode
process
to
made
like,
portraiture
change the
hugely
decision that you
popular,
made there because you didn't
mainly
like
because it
how it
gave
finally
us
played
Oh,
out in
I
episode
see.
5.
You can
Oh, I
learn
see
more
how
when
that
you
could
actually
work.
finish
Yeah,
reading
because the
these
game
side
does
chapters.
commit you to making
Max
these
is so
decisions
far
per
way
episode.
ahead of
So
everyone.
you could
Guys,
find
don't
yourself
forget the deadline
rewinding
to
a
submit a photo
situation
in the
so that you're
Everyday
happy
Heroes
with it in
contest.
episode
I'll
1
fly
and
out
then you
with the winner to
realize
San
in
Francisco
episode
where
3 or
you'll be
4,
feted by the
oh,
art
that was
world.
actually a
It's great
really bad
exposure,
decision.
and it
So
can
you'll
I-
still have to go back and play episode 1.
I just question if it's gonna have the Game of Thrones and the sort of Walking Dead part where you're like, oh my God, these decisions are gonna
Yeah.
be painful for me.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know because it's like, okay, with Telltale,
You are not
they've
dreaming.
established.
They know how to
Yeah,
do that. They're
they
really
have
good
a
at it.
pedigree, Yeah, I mean, we know what to expect from Telltale. For Don't Nod, this is the first time that they've done
And,
an
like-
adventure game, so we really don't know.
Well, I don't know. Was it Remember Me didn't do that well, if I remember correctly.
It, yes, you do remember. correctly.
Excuse me,
Wah, wah.
Mr. Jefferson, can I
But
talk to
yeah,
you?
I don't remember it doing very well. I remember it
Excuse
being an unfortunate, like it was very ambitious. It came out very beautiful. People were very excited when it was announced, and then it just fell flat,
Yeah.
like a Coke
I'm
left
sure
out on
I
the
have.
on the window.
Well,
Given
that was
yourself
mostly
the
because they had a
output,
lot of
sure you
interesting
must
story
have about
ideas that they tried to wrap
1,000
around a
pics
not
by
very
now.
good action game.
It'll take a long time.
This
to find a
time,
good one.
they've got
Max,
an interesting story premise that they're
don't wait too
telling
long.
in an adventure game.
John Lennon
So,
once said that
you know, it's
life
like
is
this
what
may
happens
be
while
more
you're
their
busy
speed. I don't
making
know. I
other
mean,
plans.
it's only the first episode. I
Go on.
myself have not completely
let me
finished
stop
it. I'm playing it through, but I do have to say at this point, the one thing that I really, really like about the game is how they've nailed the atmosphere. Like, you know,
Oh, so what is that? I saw that point. That there was
Yeah.
like this little dot. That mean that was a point of interest?
yeah,
Even
it
if
I
means
see.
that we'll just
photo for the competition
take you back to
Excuse
this
me,
and you can
Mr.
try it
Jeff-
again. You know,
I
just
noticed
skip
the.
over.
Yeah, I noticed
Skip
the.
over.
Oh, I see.
Now
I'm on
we're
top
going
of
to
it.
take the quote that he gave
I
her when
think
he was
John
scolding
Lennon
her, and
once
she's
said
going to
that
throw it right back in
life
his
is
face
what
before he
happens
ever
while
gets a
you're
chance
busy
to say
making
it.
other plans.
So this is interesting. So the Remember Me function had memory manipulation.
Yeah.
So this is more time
Time
manipulation
manipulation, yeah.
to rewrite memory. Well, rewrite the future.
yeah,
in
to
a
rewrite the
sense.
future, yeah.
Okay.
Because what happens is when she rewinds time, any information that she acquires or any objects that she grabs and puts upon her
hope I have
person,
enough time to
she
Stays with
retains
her.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
It stays with her when she goes and she
Okay, so
rewinds
let's stop
time.
this
tell
shooting.
anybody.
I'm sure that's what we can do
Yes,
now.
let's stop the shooting.
Let's stop the shooting. I believe we have enough time just to make sure that.
We're back in the girls' bathroom, so yes, let's go there.
I think that might be a great way to end this. Is if
Yeah.
we are able to stop her from being shot.
Okay,
Oh, are
Max,
we too
we
late?
trace
No, we're not.
Okay.
No, we're not. It hasn't happened yet.
I was gonna say
We
that
got
was my
there in
next
time.
thing.
We
Do-
totally got there in time.
Do we run out of time if we
shredded my
decide
photo.
to do? Oh,
And
And then she's
Oh,
just doing like
okay.
a quick recall. She
And I
saw the
took a photo.
butterfly. blah,
she's
blah,
and she's
blah.
redoing her
She took the
steps.
photo, and now she's back. Yeah,
I like this. I like how she's aware.
Yeah.
She's conscious of.
she's back in. Okay, so the argument is happening. So it's like now is the critical moment.
Now,
Okay.
are we going to have to choose a moment to stop her? Oh, is that an emergency?
That is an emergency. Yes, you observed correctly.
Oh, I'm good at these games.
So
These
there
are my
we go.
games.
Let's
This is my
take a
jam.
look. Okay, but she needs a hammer to break it open.
Oh my god.
Well, let's move the card. Okay,
Oh,
there's the hammer.
that's
So,
weirdly convenient.
let's take the hammer.
Oh my god,
Oh,
this.
wait.
Oh no, there's not enough time. There's
She
not enough
already
time.
got- yeah, she already
She
got
already
shot,
died?
but we can rewind.
Oh.
Because we picked up the hammer.
Okay, okay.
So now that the hammer is, it's like in our,
Nobody would ever even miss
yeah,
your
now that the
fucking-
hammer's in our
Oh,
inventory, we can do
oh,
it. There we go.
okay, I
And
see.
we saved her. She is not shot this time.
But she's gonna see us though.
She didn't see it
Oh, okay.
because we were hidden behind the, it's like, yeah, we were hidden
Another
behind the stall.
shitty day.
So we saved her life without anybody knowing. Nobody gets
That
shot,
did not happen.
and
This cannot be real.
that is the opening of the game.
I just saw her
So
go
now
get
she is
shot
like,
and
okay,
then
something
say,
seriously weird is going
"What the
down. I
fuck
can
is
rewind
going
time.
on?"
I don't know why.
I like how she discovers this now.
Do not freak out.
So that wasn't awesome. I loved how that came about.
And then, it's like the rest of the game carries on from here, and it gets even more coming of age combined with time manipulation. So we'll see how this plays out. Like I said, I have not finished this game, but from what I've played, the writing is actually pretty good.
I'm a believer.
They've nailed the teenage vibe. It's like I not being a teenager myself anymore, I don't know how on point it is, but I would imagine that a lot of the younger people that play this game might actually go through it and say, these guys are kind of like the interactive equivalent of John Hughes. They get it.
I want to
this is
see
what
that.
it's
Like, just
So-
throwing the word selfie isn't enough.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like, I'm definitely going to pick it up for the PC, and I want to see just how good this game
Yeah,
could be.
but I am intrigued. From what I've seen so far, I actually like it, and I really want to see where this series goes. So that is Life is Strange for
means you should be
Xbox
outside.
One,
I had to use the
PS4,
bathroom.
and PC.
Girls always use that
And
excuse.
she's getting yelled at by
Excuse for
security.
what?
So we'll just
whatever
leave it
you're
there
up
because
to.
that's always a
You're
drag.